What up, YouTube? You can't stop trading and investing with your boy James E. Today I want to go over NNDM. It is the first day of 2021, but I want to go over this article that came out yesterday, the final day of the year, and I want to dig into that, and then what I'm seeing in this article, just some more bullish sentiment. So when I'm always researching stuff, anything I research, anything I find interesting, I want to share that with you guys. But before I do that, man, please click that like button. Please subscribe. It is very much appreciated. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy that likes to research and analyze anything that I find interesting and share that with anybody who's willing to listen. So that being said, man, let's just get right into it. So this article came out yesterday, New Year's Eve. Here's how you trade NNDM aggressively right now, okay? Shares of Nano Dimension jumped 11.18% to settle at $9.55. NNDM stock traded 30.84% away from the simple moving average of 20 days in comparison to the 277.47% annual results. The weekly performance of the company was 5.18%. The technology industry giant has a record of 68 employees on the payroll with a market capitalization of $1.32 billion. So, just some more good bullish sentiment. I like to pick apart nuggets and articles that I read and anything that is recent, and then especially for it to come out on New Year's Eve, that gives 3 days. We're talking 3 days before the market opens again and people start trading. So, again, for those who have not, purchased any shares or are part of this trading wise or investing wise, this gives them opportunity to research and analyze new news that is now in front of their eyes, just like this article has presented itself. So what I like, technology industry giant has a record of 68 employees. So, when you talk about a record, obviously that is new highs of employment that this company has, which means that they're moving in the right direction of growth. Nano Dimension has reported that they previously reported registered direct offering of 33.33 million American depository shares of the firm has been closed at a price of $7.50 per share. So we had talked about that in the previous video. If you haven't watched that video, please go and do so. And then my thought process on these direct offerings and what do I think it means. And obviously in the last video, we talked about a potential acquisition, which they kind of go over a little bit in this article as well. The corporation plans to make use of the net proceeds for working capital, other general corporate purposes, and to explore strategic acquisitions, including future deals involving a business merger. Think Equity, a Fordham financial management subsidiary, has served as the exclusive placement agent for the sale. And, we kind of gone over that in the last video. But again, I just want to reiterate that when we're having continuous news, especially current news, come out about a company, it's just actual more bullish sentiment for the potential retail investor who has not invested yet to see this and say, hey, man, can this be a potential a winner for me when I start doing research? Because someone may have not even heard of NNDM before they read this article. And now that they're reading this article on marketglobalist.com, that could just propel them to want to do more research, which causes the effect of, okay, now I'm going to run through more research, actually look up this ticker symbol, look up this company, and so forth and so on. So, it goes back into the other stuff that we kind of gone over, but this is the part that I actually really like. In a large variety of sectors, including university and scientific universities, defense, aerospace, automotive vehicle, robotics, and biotech, the Dragonfly LDM device is being implemented. So, that means we're having a spread, diverse market for their technology of Dragonfly. Okay, so, they're getting into scientific universities, defense, aerospace, automotive vehicles, robotics, and biotech, which are all different sectors that this company and their product can serve, which is great. And that's great for the future, especially seeing how we're in this technology-driven era, and that's what's moving into the future. And that is basically exactly every single aspect that you see here is all innovative technology that is going to propel us in the future and become the norm, in my opinion. Okay? Industry and research institutions will now be able to perform on-site prototyping with just a few days instead of weeks. So prior to them having this technology of Dragonfly, to have any type of 3D printed component that they need for whatever they have going on, before they'd have to, basically ship out that or send in an order somewhere else and potentially get it back in a few weeks to a month. Instead, they can now purchase this Dragonfly technology device, which it will 3D print for them in their own facility, and that printing could be done within a few days instead of them having a few weeks to a month, which is, again, an amazing process, an amazing thing for anybody who is involved in 3D printing. So as you can say, instead of a few weeks, build goods with greater performance, minimize the size and weight of electronic modules and components, secure strategically sensitive intellectual property, and implement innovations. So again, that's just allowing these companies to secure strategically sensitive intellectual property, meaning that, anything they want to keep in-house, instead of having to send it out to have it manufactured elsewhere, with this technology of Dragonfly, the device they have, that they could implement whatever they like into that system of Dragonfly and make sure that it's secure, especially when it comes to sensitive intellectual property, because you don't necessarily want to send something out to someone else and then they could tear that apart and figure out, especially if it's something, like they say, intellectual, some type of intellectual property that you don't necessarily want to share outside of your own company. Prior to Dragonfly, they would have to send that out to have it manufactured and then shipped back within a few weeks to a month. Well, now they could just buy the device themselves and have it manufactured in-house, and and implement innovations. And that's exactly the era that we're in right now, is this innovative tech era where we continue to advance as human beings in technology. So it's an amazing thing to see. So for me, 2021 could be huge for this company in NNDM, just because of the direction they're going, their continued raise of capital, their potential acquisition of another company. We have big, huge hedge funds and investment firms getting involved, pouring millions and millions and millions of dollars. So this company seems to be continuing to move in the right direction. And when you have news like this come out recently, again, I always like news that comes out before the weekends, because it allows more time to research these things for the potential retail investor who might be interested in this, and that just could provide a catalyst that'll boost this thing up, in the short term. But again, I've been in here since the 650 range. My average cost per share is about $6.59. And as you see right here, it's obviously trading at $9.55 right now. And I continue to see this thing pushing forward to the $14 to $20 range. And then, if I have talked about my plan in the previous video, so if you guys want to check that out, that'll be cool too. So leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this article. Let me know what you guys think about my analysis and diagnosis of this article and my beliefs and what I'm seeing. Again, if you made it this far, please click that like button. Please subscribe. It is very much appreciated. I am not that financial advisor, okay? I'm just the guy that researches this shit. You Can't Stop Mafia is a mindset movement, meaning never stop yourself, never stop your progress, never stop your education, especially in finance. Having multiple streams of income is an amazing thing, and the stock market is a place where you can do that. In NNDM, I am really bullish on, and I truly believe that this thing could be exponentially grown. So I'm going to keep a close eye on this, because I have seen evaluations of potential where people believe this could be upwards in the $100 ranges at some point in the future. So I'm going to keep a very close eye on it, because in the short term of the future, I truly believe sometime this year, within a matter of a few months, this thing could definitely be in the $14 to $20 range, because that is the next resistance level when you look at the chart pattern. And we're getting close to that $10.49 high. We're just slightly a dollar below that. And I could see that thing testing next week, starting Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and see it potentially break that next week sometime. So guys, that's going to be it on NNDM. Just a quick review of this article that I read that I found interesting, and I just wanted to pick it apart a little bit. So that's going to be it on NNDM today. I'll be sure to keep you guys updated with anything that I research and anything that I find interesting. So till next time, guys, I'm out. Peace.